Welcome to Oracle Insight. This is Flaura here. Today I'm doing a career, coin and clarity reading. It's going to be timeless, so it's relevant for whenever you come across it. I'll lead with wisdom of the Oracle, clarify with some tarot, and then we'll select 2 Oracle cards that can be of some supporting guidance for you in your experience. So you've got leg up in protection here. So this is now, next, and this is Spirit's advice. So a leg up suggests in protection that you have now gone as far as you can possibly go in your journey with your project or work situation. And you might be working on something at the moment, but you've kind of hit a space where you need to ask for assistance. You need to look outside yourself in terms of what can be achieved further that is going to need additional input from external sources. So with the Y also in protection, so your next move is really, if you have problems or if you've got some difficulty in being able to ask for assistance, and I know that it can be a very difficult place when you are not wanting to ask for help. But if that is the case, your next move is really to consider why it is that you're doing what you're doing. Because the why is what is going to, once you define that, that's going to help you assess or clarify your motivations behind what it is that you're doing, what project you're working on. And when that why, when you become clear in that why, that should really assist you in pushing past any limitations that you might have to seek that assistance. And with happy and happy, Spirit's advice is to be light-hearted. That card is really, it's all positive. I mean, you can see that she's on an eggshell there, and her head is, she's up in the clouds, but she's very grounded there. So it's not a case of being rose-colored glasses or up in the clouds and not having your feet on the ground whatsoever. You certainly are aware and of what's happening around you, and Spirit is supporting you in that movement forward and the project that you're working on. Be happy, and because things are in place to support you as you're moving forward. It really is. That card in upright position, it's positivity all the way. All right, so let's get some clarifying cards from the tarot and let's see if we can get anything further on that. Well, that's just come out. And that is the Hanged Man. Let's put that there for now. All right, so Hanged Man in the now position, Death in the next, and 4 of Cups, Spirit's advice. I do get the sense that you have been very uncomfortable about asking for help, and this is showing that you have actually gone past that, and you have you've subdued those fears and you have gone ahead and sought that assistance. So well done, that's excellent. With the death clarifying why and protection, it would seem that in clarifying the why, in being clear and true to what it is and why it is that you're working towards something, you've discovered that potentially it wasn't actually what you wanted after all, because this death here is suggesting to me that after making that assessment, you've decided that that is not actually the motivation behind the task that you were actually involved in is not strong enough to take you through. It's not really truly what it is that you're wanting. So that is interesting. And with happy, you've got the Four of Cups here. You're focused elsewhere on these three cups below. So you're actually, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think here that you're actually in a position, in a better position, a clearer position to determine which cup to choose and where to go forward from here. And you're deciding that this opportunity that you were actually looking at or working on, you've decided that that is no longer viable for you. It's no longer in alignment with what it is that you're wanting to achieve. So that is actually really great. And even with that cup, with happy, this is very, very positive here, very positive. So now I'm going to choose some Black Moon Astrology cards. Now I've actually separated the elements from the deck, and we're just going to randomly choose one, and this is going to be the relevant element or qualities that will either be supporting you through this time, or that you just have to be mindful in regards to how that plays out with you. Now we've got the Sacred Geometry activation cards also. We'll select a card from there and see what guidance it might offer us. Healing. Great. All right. The air element. It's talking about communication, as you can clearly see there. So this is a time of being clear about what it is that you're wanting and actually verbalizing that. And in verbalizing that, it will clarify something for you, where you will then have a better understanding about where it is that you want to go from here. And it's going to be a path that is going to lead you towards something that's so much more in line and fulfilling with what you truly want. That's just absolutely perfect. And with the healing card, it's a frequency that supports, it says here, intrinsic ability to restore health and wholeness. And it's by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So this is what you're doing. You're making those assessments that's coming through to you based on the project that you've been working on, based on the work situation that you've been within, and you've decided, whilst considering those factors, which is very much what an air element, the air does or represents. It's about being thoughtful, strategic, understanding the ideas behind something. And so you've done that, you've put all these factors together, and then you've decided for yourself that what currently you've been working on is not right, and so you're going to let that, or come at it from another perspective at least, or if not, leave it entirely and move on. That's fabulous. All right, so that is the reading that I have for you. I do hope that it has been beneficial, and should that be the case, I really do look forward to being able to read for you again.